This session of the Erickson Hypnosis is intended to leave you to smoke. Before you enter the trance, take a comfortable position, sit or lie down. Spread your arms and legs if they are crossed. From all that my voice will speak, your deep mind can remember to choose and use all that is necessary, and just leave and forget everything else. At any moment in your desire, or in the case of necessity, you can wake up from the state of trance and return to the state of wisdom. To do this, just consider yourself from 1 to 5 and say, "What about 5? You will completely wake up, open your eyes, and you will feel better than before. If you open your eyes and return to the state of wisdom, start listening to this recording first. In the background, you will hear a quiet knocking sound. This sound imitates an alpha rhythm. It will help your body and mind to relax faster and better. Okay, we can start. I ask you to choose some point on the ceiling on which it will be convenient for you and pleasant to look at. And continuing to look at this point, take 3 deep breaths and exhale. Yes, good. Now take a deep breath and hold your breath for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. And now slowly, considering yourself behind my voice, exhale. Breathe air through your mouth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, good. Now you can breathe in your own rhythm. Continue to look at this point on the ceiling, watching the changes that can start to happen by themselves. Can change the size of the point, or its color, or the distance to it. Around the point, there may be a glowing eagle. In the periphery of the point of view, something like a fog or a fog can be drawn. You are looking at a long, long pipe. Maybe this point will start to move very slowly. It is necessary to keep your eyes closed. You do not need to try to keep your eyes open. When the sealant remains from this point, and when the eyes are closed, this sealant remains, and the changes continue, and they grow faster and faster, and very quickly take you to this magical land of dirt, where the image comes by itself, and you just allow it to happen. What happens by itself? Maybe you want to visit some places where you used to be especially good once, or maybe there where no one has ever been, but you would really like to visit, and my voice will guide you wherever you follow, and you can completely relax and no longer need to listen to what my voice says, because your deep mind, your unconscious, is able to listen to it and react completely independently, and at the same time have something else to do. Make another deep, full breath, and once again, hold your breath for 3 counts. 3, 2, 1, and let go. Exhale all the tension and unpleasant sensations of your body, and you can completely relax, because now is the time when you absolutely do not need to do anything. No one wants anything from you right now. You do not need to solve problems. You do not need to go anywhere, or say something about something, or forget about the leg, forget about the whole moment. It is not important to remember where you are. It is amazing. But a person can forget about everything. And you need to learn to forget not only words, thoughts, but also non-verbal actions and reactions of the body that are no longer needed and stopped bringing benefit to all your personality in general. You forgot, but there was a time when you did not know how to raise your hand. It was a very long time when you were just born or lay in your own way, and you had to learn to move your hand, and you could observe with love how it is interesting that the hand moves. There was a time when you tried to catch your own right hand with your own left hand and did not even know that it is connected with you. Sometimes it is very nice to forget about the hand, but forget about your body, your head, and to relax even more, and to immerse even deeper. Direct all your attention to the greatest muscles around you. Realize all these muscles. Just let yourself really think about your eyes and age. And you may be interested in how many of your ages can be relaxed. I will ask you to tell me that you can just pretend that these ages just do not open up, and these ages are so relaxed that you could not open them. And the more you try to open them, the more they blind and close up. And the more you try to open them, the more they blind and close up. And the ages will just stop working at all. And at some point, you will simply not be able to make the ages work. Yes, good. And when you experience this feeling, it is quite strange and curious. And even if it does not happen now, it does not matter. It will come when it comes. Just let the ages relax. Very, very good. The power of your mind and your imagination is very great. Your mind can control such things that you did not even know that you can control them. And in your imagination, I will ask you to create a pleasant day in such a landscape that you have ever seen, or maybe never seen before, but which you would very like. And who knows what you want to put into this landscape? Wings, trees, stones, birds, something else. Let your unconscious mind choose what is best for you right now. And you can gradually move there and start feeling, thinking, and feeling just as if you were in this place right now, in this pleasant moment of time. And there will be no memories of what happened in other places, in other times. And you can gradually start to feel the sounds of this pleasant moment. Colors can become brighter. There may be smells or taste in your lips. This moment can happen anywhere in the universe, because your mind, just as in the universe, is endless in its knowledge and understanding. And you know much more than you think you know. You immerse in your unconscious mind deeper and deeper to know how much you are capable of doing. And this is much more than you could even imagine. People can sleep and see the sound even without knowing about it. And you can wake up and completely forget this sound. Time can stretch and become endless. And time can take up to a second when you spend it. When you watch an interesting movie, it may seem that only 5 minutes have passed, when in fact an hour has passed. And if the movie is not interesting, then you look at the clock and wonder what just 5 minutes have passed, when it seems that you are sitting there for an entire hour. And you need to learn to control this property of time and use the ability of time to squeeze and stretch for your own use. To take all your pain, all your unpleasant feelings and learn to experience them as instant pain. Pain and unpleasant feelings discomfort can be very intense only in one moment, even if they last all day. And your unconscious mind will tell you how to do it the best way. And you can know that inside you, all this time, while you hear the sound of his voice, there is an important and necessary work of the unconscious mind, which is aimed at solving your problem. Your inner mind creates thoughts about the past and the future. And the future will come and leave and become the past. And suddenly you realize that you have already achieved the success in what you have noticed. Looking at how it all was from the future, it seems that it was easy. Because right now, your inner mind is learning to achieve success. When you are in this state of hypnotic trance, you imagine and experience some experiences. Neurons of the mind begin to reconstruct the same connections that arise when you experience all this in real life. Therefore, in this way, you are learning and adjusting your brain to achieve your goal, success, and victory. For a long time, you are consuming your body and your light senses and negativity, as well as other poisonous toxins. And finally, you decided that you are happy and it's time to quit smoking. Not tomorrow, not after tomorrow, or in some day in the near future. But today, you decide to quit smoking because you want to stop. With the help of hypnosis, now we will strengthen your desire to quit this dangerous life and health habit. Once and for all. Therefore, if at any moment in the future you even just try to light a cigarette, it will be all you can do before you throw it out. Because even one thing, touching this deadly cigarette, immediately causes unpleasant thoughts and sensations in the body, and you will feel the wave of the shower that passes through you. And these sensations of the shower will become so strong and powerful that you will not even be able to lift a cigarette to your lips. And therefore, you throw out the cigarette immediately. And at the very moment when you throw out the cigarettes, all unpleasant feelings and sensations and thoughts disappear, and instead they come healthy, positive thoughts, feelings, and sensations. Now, before we can continue, I will ask you to end the contract with yourself. Right here and now, that you take the obligation to quit smoking, and it is very important that you are sure that you are ready for it, because if not, then these unpleasant feelings and sensations in the body will fill up all your existence every time you try to smoke. And these unpleasant touching feelings and sensations will become stronger and stronger with each of your attempts just to smoke. It is important that you understand that your unconscious mind does not distinguish the fact and the fantasy. And all that happens here in hypnosis becomes part of your experience. Now you can end the contract with yourself if you are ready. You can imagine a beautiful sheet of paper. Maybe it is somehow capable of form. And on top of this sheet of paper, you can write today's number, your name, the number of the family, and write that starting from this moment you see. Then you give the obligation to quit smoking. And you can put your signature under this contract, and maybe even fix this contract with the printer. Yes, very, very good. And now, because you gave yourself the obligation to quit smoking and are ready to quit smoking more than ever before, you can allow your unconscious mind to fulfill all this necessary and important work for you. And your conscious mind will not do anything important now. Most of our life is determined by our unconscious. And you can know that your unconscious mind is capable of doing much more for you than the will or your conscious efforts. And if you have any doubts about this, just imagine a wooden board thrown between two neighboring windows on the last floor of the multi-story house. Would you dare to go without insurance on this board from one window to another? No. And now imagine that the same board connects two bricks lying on the ground. Now I ask you to imagine as if you have a new, only bought pack of cigarettes in your hand, and you take off the cellophane shell. First pull out the gold or silver strip, then remove the upper part of the wrap. Interesting, do you remove the lower part of the transparent wrap, or leave it on the pack? Then you open the pack, remove the silver piece of paper, pull out one cigarette, and hold it as you always hold the cigarette when smoking. You can feel the cigarette between your fingers, and as you continue to feel the cigarette in your hands, I will ask you to allow me to come one more memory or a thoughtful way. And now I ask you to use all the organs of feelings that you have. Feel the taste, the smell, the sound, the visual image of what I ask you to imagine in a moment. Feel the touch, do what is possible more real. In fact, relive everything that will happen. If you ever had a very strong poison, something not fresh or something else, a very strong poison, when it seems to you that it turns you into a stain, then you will find that it is very easy for you to relive this memory now. If not, just imagine how it can actually be. The disgusting feeling that begins somewhere deep in the stomach. Maybe your stomach starts to growl and it starts to spin while the work is rapidly approaching the throat. The disgusting, sour taste in the mouth. You can hear the sound as you understand what is happening. The feeling of pressure in the throat, the disgusting smell in the mouth, and you run into the toilet and raise the toilet cover while your stomach is pushing the work out. And the head becomes hotter and starts to pulsate. But this is not all the worst yet. The work is a mixture of the side and unboiled food. And all this comes out of the pieces, in the mouth of the taste of tobacco pepper, and the throat burns and burns inside. Feel another painful release of the work in the toilet cover. And you notice with horror that it is mixed with bright red blood and dark red with the taste of blood. And this continues until the whole unit is filled with the disgusting mixture of the work and with the taste of blood and blood. And all this time, while you are experiencing it, you feel a cigarette clamped between your fingers and feel the taste of tobacco and the work in the mouth. This disgusting feeling, the stomach hurts, and the head burns, and the throat burns inside, and you are very scared of the blood. Feel the strong fear of what is happening now, and feel the cigarette in your hands. And you may feel that you know what to do to stop all this. You squeeze the cigarette in your hands and press it down. You tear off the paper and rub it into a powder, and you throw away the remains and so on. And there is an amazing thing. As soon as you get rid of the cigarette, you immediately return to your normal state. At the same time, as soon as you get rid of the cigarette, all the sensations of thirst and fear disappear right away, and instead you feel good health, wonderful self-feeling, and calmness. The head is clear and light. All the unpleasant sensations in the head, the throat, the mouth disappear, and you can enjoy the pleasant smell of cigarettes in a free, deep breath. And you understand that everything is fine. And starting from this moment on, if you even try to take the cigarette or just touch it, all these disgusting sensations will immediately return to the body and head, and this disgusting feeling of fear will appear. And so that you do not try to think, feel, or feel, the only thing that will help you get rid of these disgusting sensations and feelings is to immediately throw out the cigarette. And the only thing you want to do is to throw out the cigarette immediately and get rid of it. And these very intense feelings and sensations will serve you as a clear reminder, and any attempt to smoke or take a cigarette in your hand immediately dies. And you throw out the cigarette and the other way around. And as soon as you do this, all the unpleasant sensations of thirst and fear and painful sensations disappear at the same moment and are replaced by the sensations of tranquility and good health. You gave yourself the obligation to throw out the cigarette. This obligation you gave, not to me, and to someone else who wants you to throw out the cigarette. No, this obligation you gave yourself, because you want to throw out the cigarette, and you can throw out the cigarette, and you throw out the cigarette right now, or a little later in this trance. As soon as your unconscious mind is completely ready for this, and therefore your unconscious mind strengthens your desire to stay unburned person day after day. This desire is strong with every hour, with every moment. But all these disgusting sensations, Return only if you try to smoke or even touch the cigarette. You are now not a smoking person, and you begin to take care of your health better. Instead of smoking, you begin to do good things for your body. You take care of yourself. You become a physically more active, a sportsman. You eat and drink only what brings benefit to the body, and exactly in such quantities that you need for good health and yourself. Because you love and respect your body, and you treat your body with love and respect which it deserves. Imagine yourself now with a group of friends and acquaintances, and one of them smokes and offers a cigarette to you. Your immediate reaction is to say no, and you do it. You say, "No, I do not smoke." And as soon as you do it, you get good, pleasant feelings, and feelings of peace, feelings of good health and confidence and pride for yourself. You are not a smoking person. You did it. You quit smoking, and you can be proud of it. And I want you to know and understand that if you ever think about smoking just one cigarette, then this thought at the same time will cause all these unpleasant feelings and feelings deep inside you. At the same time as your unconscious mind is preparing to remind you of your obligations. And all these impressions that are perceived by your unconscious mind will become stronger and stronger and strengthen day by day, every day. All the stronger day is day. All the stronger from every hour. All the stronger from every minute. You are not a smoking person, and you are proud of what you were able to quit smoking. And every time you hear my voice, these impressions will become stronger and more powerful, and you will be able to dive deeper into the state of hypnotic trance, and these impressions will become even more effective. Very, very good. And all this time, while you heard the sound of my voice, an important and necessary work has occurred inside you. The work of the unconscious mind is aimed at finding the optimal ways to solve your task. And this important and necessary work will continue both in this trance and beyond. In the state of hypnosis, in the dream until its completion, as soon as this important and necessary work is complete, your unconscious mind can allow you to use the results of this work in your real life. And the more you will try to stop interfering yourself in understanding what you do not understand, the more you will understand. Because continuing to try not to do anything, you just cannot understand what is happening. And the same old feelings and sensations, the desire to smoke, will return to the last time, right before you see that they are right now disappearing in your eyes. Yes. Very, very good. And some very important and necessary part of this inner work must be completed here and now in this trance. And as soon as the unconscious mind will know for sure that this important and necessary part of the inner work is complete, and what next time, according to your desire, in case of necessity, you will be able to easily and quickly, even easier, even faster, to immerse yourself in the same good, comfortable state of the hypnotic trance, you can gradually start returning to your usual state of consciousness. And for this, you just need to count on yourself from 1 to 5 and say to yourself that you will fully wake up at the count of 5, open your eyes, and return to the state of consciousness, and you will feel better than before. And I don't know how your behavior will change. And you can return to your own pace as slowly as you want, ending this trance in the most comfortable way for yourself.